This program is brought to you by 8 Trimedia Pro Incorporated.
Good morning, Metro Manila, and yes, we are on air. It is 10:14 in the morning, and you've got Mike Acuña as the host. Yes, good morning, and happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day sa lahat ng mga tatay na nakikinig ngayon, sa lahat ng mga families na nakikinig ngayon. We have Anna, of course, listening in from Dubai. Happy Father's Day to your father and to Bea. Okay, to starters, we have those two folks watching us live on Facebook, at least on my channel. Okay, and okay, the door is still open. Thank you. Okay, so it is Father's Day, and we are going to be talking about something really, really important. Of course, other than being Father's Day, we're also going to touch on topics na hindi limited sa fathers, just sa mga lalaki lang, sa madaling salita. Of course, we are going to have topics or discussions about how it is to be, being the mother and the father at the same time, and vice versa. So let's get right into it. Good morning. Ano bang ginagawa ko ngayon dito? Ayan. Teka. Is everything okay? Ayan, okay. We just want to make sure. Parang iba yung naririnig ko sa loob ng Ayun, okay. Sige. All right. So, good morning once again, guys, and on the show, we have our guests, of course, all members of the Microphone Club, starting off with Miss Anna David. Good morning, Anna.
Hello, good morning, Mike. Good morning to everyone. I'm Anna David.
Yes, we had you on the show
last week, and I'm back.
Yes, you are back. And thank you so much for sa pagpapaunlak sa request ko for you.
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Yeah.
And to everyone out there, yeah.
Yes. And of course, we also have Kuya Arnie. Kuya Arnie.
I'm Arnie Menzo. I'm a sole member of the Microphone Club. And happy Father's Day to those who are listening right now. And I hope you'll enjoy and learn something from us.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. And of course, last but not the least, my good friend, Mr. Mox De Vera. What's up, Mox?
Hello, good morning. Happy Father's Day to everybody. To all the dads and the non-dads.
The non-dads?
The non-dads kasi diba hindi naman lahat ng i-greet natin na Happy Father's Day are just dads. May mga moms din who are and not even just moms. I think everybody can be a father. So yeah, Happy Father's Day to all the dads and non-dads.
Yes. Sa lahat ng mga sasabi nga ni Tony, sa lahat ng mga tatay, sa lahat ng mga mukhang tatay.
At mga tatay-tatayan.
Yeah. Sa lahat ng mga father figures, Happy Father's Day to us. So let's dive right into it. So it is Father's Day, and we are going to be talking about how it is to be a parent or a father, a single parent, and being in the Microphone Club, and how we juggle that all together, and the things that come with it. Alam mo, parang I think it's going to be just we're gonna be covering a lot of topics. So how are you feeling? How are you feeling today? Yung muna tayo.
When you woke up, like for example, when you woke up.
Yeah.
Well, maraming nag-greet ng Happy Father's Day, but it doesn't really sink in up until you fully get up and realize yung the real essence of being a dad. That's when the kids start to jump on you. And yung saka mo marirealize na may mga anak ako, tatay pala ako. So I think that's when reality kicks in more than just the actual greeting. So I think that's how you start the day, really. When you start seeing your kids, that's when you actually become a dad.
So how old are your kids, Mo?
I have 2 kids. I have an incoming 8 years old and incoming 3-year-old. So both boys, really beautiful boys. And yeah, I'm a proud dad of 2 pogi boys.
Yes. Ang popogi nga, nakita ko sa Facebook eh.
Mana-mana lang yun eh.
I think that's what makes
it
interesting. That's what makes it interesting kasi iba-iba yung ages and stages in life. For example, Tatay Arnie, how old are your kids?
Ang kids ko ay mga 36, 35, and 32.
Para pala akong anak ni Tatay Arnie.
Oo, nasa anak-anakan age.
At saka may mga apo na rin ako.
Wow.
8 apo ko.
Wow.
Kaya-
Ano pong tawag sa inyo ng mga apo mo?
Tatay.
Tatay. So,
Oo.
father 2 times over.
Yun ang hindi ko pa ma-imagine. Parang nasa stage pa ako nung ini-enjoy ko pa yung pagiging tatay. So yung next stage, 'di ba? Ibang level na siya. Parang katulad ni Tatay Arnie, yung pagiging grandfather is like parang mas honorable pa siya than being a dad kasi you're nurturing 2 generations na eh.
Wow, yeah, actually when,
Diba?
when you think about it, dalawang generation na nga, no? Oh my.
No, but
Okay.
if you would allow me to ask a question, like how would you define fatherhood?
That's a really great question.
Yeah.
Actually, we'd like to invite everyone who's watching us on Facebook to please jump in anytime. Kasi we want you to be part of this conversation more than anything. Okay, this show is for you. So that's a really good question. No? Actually, ako being a dad of 2, parang tayo ni Mox eh. Mox tayong dalawa. We have 2 boys. Of course, I want to say hi to Caleb and Evan and Andy, of course. Hi. I'll see you guys later. So, fatherhood for me so far, nakakatakot sagutin. 'Di ba? Nakakatakot sagutin.
Totoo, totoo.
Of course, when you have like people like of course Kuya Arnie and Anna who have been parents for longer than we have, 'di ba? Not to sound patronizing and all. I'm just saying na parang sa akin it's really a journey, eh. 'Di ba? Fatherhood for me was yun nga, it went from okay, I'm single, what do I do with my life? I mean, what jobs do I take? To shoot, paano ko bubuhayin itong dalawan to?
Yeah.
Diba? You have 2 mouths to feed,
Yeah.
right? And I believe Anna also has 2 kids. Wanna say hi to them?
Hi, Annika and Carlos. So, I have 2 teenagers.
Teenagers.
Oh yeah, they're awake na. Yeah, they're awake. So they went to have
Yeah.
breakfast with my dad. So they're awake. So I think that's what I'm in a different stage in life. But I think you touched on something very important. A father is seen as the primary provider for the family.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it not to sound sexist or anything,
Right.
but it's really the mandate given to fathers, and that's how we can switch over whether it would be a mom doing that role, or a lolo or a lola or a tito tita. I mean, that's really what the father figure is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Because it is a sin. It is written in the Bible that if a father is lazy, it is a sin for the father.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maganda yon, Tatay Arnie.
I-google ko yan mamaya. Lalo na ako, I'm lazy. I'm lazy sometimes. You have those days, right?
Oh, I think lahat naman tayo we fall short sometimes. And to add lang kanina, what Mike mentioned kanina, the fear of being a father kasi as compared to Anna and Tatay Arnie, hindi pa natin alam how we will be able to mold the children.
Right.
Children pa sila eh. Not
Right.
up until you have a teenager who has self-sustainability and can think and act on their own, can you only feel yung detached from them. Kasi kaya na nilang buhayin yung sarili na. So the fear of molding them into someone who would be able to eventually be a person who can stand on their own and operate and live on their own practically.
Yeah.
That's the only time that you can truly say you have raised your children.
Okay.
Kasi up until then they're depending on you eh.
Totoo.
Diba? So the fear of all fathers is being able to raise their children properly, to be able to self-sustain themselves. Kasi pag hindi nila if they grow up being too dependent on their parents.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that those are bad fathers or parents,
Right.
but what is your objective then? 'Di ba? Kasi kung nurture mo or pinapatanda mo yung children mo and they don't grow up to be independent, then what are you really aiming for?
Okay.
That's
which raises a very important question to me. I meant to ask you this. It's one of those questions that are floating on the ether for me. Gusto kong tanungin sa inyo. Is it, when it comes to actually being a father, it's different from actually being a father figure, right? Kasi magkaiba yun eh. Parang pwedeng tatay ka lang, nagpo-provide ka lang. Yun, sa ibang tao, definition, yun eh, tatay na yun eh.
Yeah.
Diba? May mga ganun. Okay, sige. We are going to go to commercial first, and then I'm going to I want to ask you this question right afterwards. You're listening to the Microphone Club Show.
Ito ang DZRJ 810 AM A-Try Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
The criminals do not ever think that you hold sway na kayo lang.
Pangunahing balita at impormasyon na dapat ninyong malaman, mga kabulukan, pasisingawin at isisiwalat sa Lapid Fire. Makabuluhan at makatotohanang komentaryo para sa kapakanan ng bayan, ihahatid sa inyo ni Percy Lapid. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 10:30 hanggang alas 12 ng hating gabi sa Lapid Fire. Samahan si Percy Lapid dito sa DZRJ 810 AM. Hatid sa inyo ng A-Try Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
A longtime news anchor and commentator, a much-respected TV host, a multi-awarded Filipino broadcaster, twice hailed as Radio Broadcast Journalist of the Year, an acknowledged leader of the radio and TV industries, a legendary figure in broadcasting for the past 4 decades. This year's recipient of the Achievement Award for Excellence in Broadcasting, the man with a distinct voice and unparalleled integrity, the one and only Ray Langi.
DMPC, thank you so much. Maraming Spirit Father sa ating show sa Sanggabon Langit, may isa. Si J.R. Langit po ang nagpapatuloy sa naging commitment niya ng iniwanan po ng ating anak na si Richter. Sa lahat po na gusto pumasok sa ganitong daralan, hindi lang po passion na kinakailangan. We need dedication and commitment. Then you can say you can easily achieve your goal in uplifting the standards of broadcast journalism, leading to the quest of excellence that will help democracy move forward. Maraming salamat.
Simula Lunes, Agosto 1, DZRJ Radyo Bandido. Alas 10 ng umaga, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, ang iyong kasangga, Ray Langi.
This program is brought to you by A-Try Media Pro Incorporated.
All right, good morning once again, Mega Manila. We are back. It is the Microphone Club radio show. Welcome to 2 hours of inspiration, motivation, and involvement and empowerment only here at the Microphone Club radio show, brought to you by the Microphone Club, Pochology Academy, and Creative Voices Productions. In behalf of our founder and producer, the one and only voice master of the Philippines, Mr. Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez, ang ating tatay. We are your hosts, Mike Acuña.
And Ana David.
Yes.
Arne Nemenso.
And also Mox de Vera.
Kala ko nakalimutan ang pangalan.
May Q pala dun.
Yes.
Madala ka sa tingin.
Ayun, teka, hindi pa ako tapos sa spiel ko. Teka lang. Baka magalitan ako ni Miss Beth. Hi, Miss Beth. The Microphone Club radio show where we discuss the most interesting topics from off the top of your head to the tip of your tongue. Be informed, inspired, involved, and empowered. Yeah, the Microphone Club radio show streaming every Sunday 10 a.m. to 12 noon and airing live from 8 Tri-Media Center, DZRJ 810 a.m. And like us on Facebook, facebook.com/The Microphone Club. No more standing alone, be one of us. Ganda nun eh. Ngayon ko lang narinig yun. Yung, ano na yun, yung tagline na yun. Okay, so, I know that we left off with me wanting to ask something, and I'll wait for the tech guys to put on a prompt, but while we're waiting for them, I think it's high time for me to, kanista. Okay, alright, so, we'd like to, ask you this question to our guests. Is it really okay? Ano yung pangalan? Sandali ah. All right. Should we patch him through now? Okay. So we have the chairman for special chairman special project CPM. Okay, what's happening? Okay, yeah, you know what, sandali lang. Let me ask you this question real quick. When it comes to you, diba, being the parent that you are, totoo ba na yung mga anak natin, what they're going to be, a big factor of what they're going to be is not how you raise them, but what you expose them to? Like for example, is it true for you? Does it ring true for you na kapag kunyari a lot of the development that happens within your kid happens not with how you are as a parent dun sa bahay. It's really more of ini-emulate nila kung ano yung eskwela nila or kung sino yung mga kaibigan nila. Do you guys?
I mean, there's a nature versus nurture type of thing, right? I mean, that concept of what they're born with, what personality, versus the environment that they're in. It includes parenting. It includes
Yes.
the experiences you give your children, where they go to school, who their friends are. I mean, so that's all part of what building their character.
Okay, understood. Now, ikaw, Kuya Arnie, go ahead.
Well, there are children who are emulating their father, so it's very good to have a father that is good in nature and is good to his children, and he has a good example of his behavior, so that when the children grow up, he's going to follow the behavior of the father.
I think that's very important to be a good example. That's why I really admire all the dads in the Microphone Club, because I can see that the love and passion you put into your work is really driven by the love and passion for your kids.
Totoo.
To provide for your kids and to show a good example.
Totoo.
Tsaka kasi pag ganun, I think it's really unfair if you put too much passion in one thing and not have it equal with your own children. Regardless, let's face reality. There are a lot of broken families, but if you're the type of parent who neglects your children, tapos you're passionate with some other things aside from yung life itself, medyo may disparity dun, and may, alam mo yun, there's animosity. It's just not fair for life na yung kids mo are on the side and you're passionate with one thing. So I think with what Anna is saying, it's an amazing thing how you can be passionate and you share it with your children then. Kasi what the children see from you, they will carry out. One particular memory from my dad that I picked up until now, I still vividly remember. He would always, hindi siya musician.
Right.
Ako, I'm not what do you call this? Yung pinanganak na musician either.
But you're a good one.
You're a good one.
I can sing, yes, but I don't consider myself a musician. But my point is, when I was a kid, every Sunday when he was home without yung wala pang syempre diba, Sunday family day, walang work, he would always play a set of music, a set of songs.
Okay.
The old stuff, Basha, ABBA, the stuff that we grew up with.
Classic stuff.
Beatles, ABBA, Basha.
Paano ni Tatay Arnie yun?
Oh, yeah. 50, 40, 50, 60, 70s. Yung mga songs na yun, di ba?
Yeah.
So, these songs, hindi ko siya kilala, but I continuously hear it. Hanggang sa umabot na ako sa high school na I had my own preference in music. Hindi ko siya pinapansin, but every time I hear it, it brings me back instantly to, reminiscing that particular feeling that I had when I was a kid. So
may nostalgia.
May nostalgia, meaning my dad when he was around back then, during those times, alive yung particular memory na yun kasi being around, yun yung sinasabi ko. So if he was passionate about that alam mo, yun yung favorite niya. So, it grew on me. And it became a part of me. So I think that's what's important. That's what I'm saying na if you're passionate about one thing, dapat na exemplify mo rin yun sa children mo, being a father. Kasi whatever you impart with them, it will grow with, it will be instilled with them regardless of if they want it or not.
So for that, it's the appreciation for music, because otherwise, it's the father or the parent's role to expose the children to all these different experiences.
That's right.
Because you don't want like magaling nga sa school pero school lang.
Oh.
We have to mold. I mean, as a parent, we have to mold our children holistically.
Right.
Because we won't be around forever, di ba?
That's right.
Understood. Hindi lang IQ, pati EQ, di ba?
Yes.
Kailangan pantayin yun.
Pero let's face reality. Hindi siya basta talaga ganun. You have to honestly say na not all dads are athletic.
Totoo.
Not all dads are artistic. So some dads may force you to become academically inclined. Pero sino bang sporty sa family mo? So some kids at some point they become, sorry to say, but wimps.
Yeah.
Diba? Nangyayari naman yan.
Real talk, that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
I was glad to be athletic when I was a kid. Pero yung sa arts, hindi naman ako na-expose. So, alam mo yun, ideally, we have to have a mix of everything as the parents would. Ngayon kasi, nagbo-boom na lahat, na available na lahat eh. So, yung parents natin, or tayo as parents, na-expose natin yung kids natin. But, back then, it's up to you kung gusto mo ma-expose doon. So, kung hindi expose yung parents mo doon, hindi mo makukuha yun. Not unless you can afford it.
Diba? Saka, most of the time, I kind of think that whatever our parents or our family does not expose us to, magkakaroon ng parang longing for it, or the absence of it. We'll zoom in on that in just a bit. But right now, we have someone on the line. Actually, it's a phone patch. We have the chairman, special project Mad Dog of the Mad Dog Motorcycle Club. We have Mr. Jess Crisologo. Let's see what's up. What's happening in Makati, Sir Jess, Mr. Crisologo. Good morning. I'm having trouble hearing him. Sorry, can we Yeah, hindi ko siya marinig eh. Dali. Sir Jess, sandali lang ha. Yeah, we have Mr. Crisologo, the chairman, specialproject.com, Mad Dog Motorcycle Club.
Yes.
Ayan, sir, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Crisologo. So,
Yeah, opo.
would you mind filling us in on what's happening in Makati?
Okay. We have this special project now. It's going on here in the Handlebar.
Oh, it's at Handlebar.
Yeah, Handlebar. This is in Polaris Street, Bel Air, Makati. So we're conducting a blood piping project.
A blood typing,
Blood piping.
Bloodletting.
ayan, project.
No. It's blood typing. not the
Typing.
blood. Yeah, typing. Yeah.
It's a blood typing project. So, can you
Yes.
first? Sorry, sir. First time kong narinig yan. How does a blood typing go exactly?
Yeah, the reason we're conducting this because 2 months ago, one of the club's friends died in an accident in Dumaguete. So he was brought here from Dumaguete to Manila, and andyan siya sa St. Luke's Hospital, and we need that guy needed the blood at that time. So there were some friends who came in to willing to donate, but unfortunately the blood doesn't match his blood. So very rare kasi yung mga dugo ng mga Caucasians eh. So that's the reason we came out with this project, and came out with inviting some of the white guys, the Caucasians, because they're the ones having this rare blood type. So we're making a database of rare, not only the rare but also the common blood types. So in the event of any accident or anything that they would be needing blood, so we can provide with this kind of project that we're doing now.
Okay, so it's a blood typing. So we're making a database of the blood types just so we can make it available for anyone who would need it.
Yes. So para pwede silang magtawagan. Oo.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ayun. Sir Jess, anong oras po kayo nagsimula dyan sa handle?
We started 7 o'clock and this will be until about 4 p.m. today.
4 p.m. 4
Yes.
p.m. Okay, so mga kaibigan, sa lahat ng mga viewers natin, if you are an active blood donor, ayun po,
Yes.
we are encouraging all our listeners, all our viewers who are available today to please swing by Handlebar. They are doing the Mad Dog
Blood typing.
blood typing. Okay. Yes.
Typing, yeah.
No, yes, I got that. Okay,
Yeah,
so Sir Jess, mula 7 o'clock to hanggang mamayang 4 p.m.
Hanggang 4 o'clock. Opo.
Got it. So mga kaibigan, kung gusto niyo pong makatulong, mag-blood typing po tayo sa Handlebar sa Polaris Street, Makati. Andun po sila hanggang 4 p.m. You just Sir Jess, paano proseso? Punta lang po sila dyan or
Pupunta lang po sila. By the way, those will be coming in. Nakakaya sabihin, pero we're providing a free local drink for those who will be coming
Uy.
here for blood typing. Yeah.
Uy, may free local drinks.
Meron local drinks.
Oo, sir. So ibig
Tanghaling
sabihin,
tapat.
ay, wala ba? Okay na yun.
Walang pinipiling oras. Father's Day naman.
Father's Day naman eh. Oh.
So, pwede ba kahit mother?
Kahit oo naman. I think Sir Jess, no, walang problema kung kunyaring, basta kahit na sinong magdo-donate, merong free drink. Or drinks.
Basta wag lang magdi-drink bago mag-donate.
Oo, yun lang. Hello, Sir Jess? Sir Jess? Alright, I think we lost him. We have, okay. Yan siya ulit. Sir Jess? Okay.
Hello, yeah, nawala.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so sir, meron do sa ating mga donors or mga pupunta mamaya sa blood typing.
Blood typing, opo.
Ano yun, sir? Ano yun? Unlimited drinks ba to o isa lang?
Isa lang naman.
Isa lang. Walang problema, okay na yun.
Opo,
diba? Okay, kasi tsaka syempre, di ba? Pagkatapos
Opo.
medyo nangihina ka na di ba?
Oo.
Nangihina ka na, isa lang muna, pampatulog lang.
Isa lang. Saka lang, patak lang eh.
Okay, so Sir Jess, maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat din po.
For doing this. It's a great initiative, and you're doing the Filipino people a big favor.
Yeah, not only for the Filipinos, but also for the expat or foreigners that are residing here or based here in Manila.
Gotcha.
The Philippines, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
So ano to for humanity. Yan.
Yes, oo.
Yan. Okay, sir.
Opo.
Maraming
Okay.
salamat, Sir Jess.
Salamat din po, sir. Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Okay.
Okay, so that was Sir Jess. Sorry, sa tech booth. Sir, pwede pa flash ulit nung last name niya? Sir Jess?
Crisologo.
Crisologo, yeah. Mr. Jess Crisologo, the chairman
It's
of
a bikers club.
Yes,
It's a big bike club.
Yes. And sabi niya kanina, they've already had like most of them were are Caucasians na pumupunta kasi they have this rare blood type. So yun. Okay, so mga kaibigan, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. po, punta po kayo sa Handlebar. Meron pong blood typing na nangyayari. Okay.
You know, speaking of blood drawing, it brings me to an idea about fathers. Then you know how dads would be totally selfless about being there for their children.
Right.
I saw this show. I think it's MMK. I'm not sure when it's showing, but it's a Father's Day special, and it's parang si Piolo Pascual is playing the role of this particular dad that they picked out the story of. Ano siya? He was medyo nasa lower class, tapos na-paralyze siya.
Okay.
Tapos he had like 2 or 3 kids yata na pinapalaki. Tapos how would you work around? Ayan, may tumatawag pa.
Sige. Ayan.
Phone na no.
Okay, sige. Sorry, Mox, go ahead.
Ayan. So yung role ng dad doon na paralyze siya. So how do you work around that, having your kids growing up, tapos send them to school, feed them,
Yep.
diba? Tapos ikaw, you're paralyzed. Tapos, hindi ko siya napanood pero it's quite interesting. Bringing me to the idea of how fathers are selfless. I mean, tayo, we can afford. But to the fathers who are yung mga nasa lower class like jeepney drivers, yung iba tricycle driver. Yung iba hindi driver, yung mga naglalako sa palengke. How do they go day to day living, tapos ang pinapalaki nila 4 na anak? They got busy.
Ito, walo, di ba?
Oo.
Yes, we're gonna dive deeper into that in just a moment. We have to pause for a break, and we are going to keep talking about the topic for today. And the topic of today is sinong tatay mo? Yes, yun yung ano natin. Yun yung ano natin, tagline natin. Si Miss Vet in-update ako dito. Okay, so we are gonna be right back. You're listening to the Microphone Club Radio Show.
Ito ang DZRJ 810 AM H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Mga napapanahon at nagbabagang impormasyon. Balitang tanghali. Ihahatid ni Ray Langit 30 minuto ng mga rumaragasang balita alas 12 hanggang alas 12:30. Samahan si Ray Langit tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes dito sa DZRJ 810 AM. H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Deliver. Stand out and be the best with 8 Media Pro Incorporated. Your way to infinite possibilities.
Makinig, makikanta at makijam kasama ang nag-iisang Percy Lapid. Muling balikan ang mga masasayang kanta kasama ang iba't ibang mga musikero na maghahatid sa inyo ng mga magagandang tugtugan at awitan na siguradong kukumpleto sa inyong gabi sa Live Jamming with Percy Lapid tuwing Linggo alas 11 ng gabi dito lang sa DZRJ 810 AM. H-Rai Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. This program is brought to you by 8 Media Pro Incorporated.
Yes, that's right. You're listening to the Microphone Club Radio Show here at 8 Media. Please text us. Huwag kayong mag-atubili na mag-text sa amin at 0939-914-3988. And our hotline is 412-0288 and 997-7589. We are live over at DZRJ 810 AM. Maaari nyo rin kaming mapanood via online streaming. Pumunta lamang sa aming website, Facebook page at YouTube channel. Website is www.8trimedia.com. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/8trimedia. Follow us on Twitter, 8trimedia. Follow us on Instagram, 8trimedia. And our YouTube channel is, guess what? 8 Media. Okay.
While we're talking about that, I think we have some shout outs for everyone. We
Yes.
have our Facebook Live of 8 Media and our own personal. So we have all our friends and family tuning in. So maybe we can say
Yes.
hello.
Yes. We'd like to say hi to our the members of the Microphone Club who are tuned in right now. Sila Miss Vet, sila Tony Bilaro, the whole Sausa family.
Hello, Sausa family.
Hello.
We
Good
love
morning
you.
po. Good morning po. Do you have ikaw, Kuya Arnie, may mga babatiin ka ba?
Papabutin ko lang yung aking anak, si Arlen, ang aking manugang, si Paul, at yung aking mga apo, si Casey, si IC, at saka si Arke.
Ayun.
At saka si Drew pala.
Wow,
Oo.
Puro, napansin ko may ano talaga, puro AR. Diba? That has you written all over it eh.
I think we also have to greet Sir Choi.
Sir Choi
And Sir Brian.
Mr. Brian Ligsay.
Yes.
Idol ko yun eh. Idol ko yung mga yun eh. Ayan.
So good morning.
Andyan pa ba
maraming
sila?
salamat. Ay,
Yata,
not
they were
sure.
here. They were here
Yes,
earlier.
They were here. Ayun, I'd like to also greet my friends sila Anna, who is watching us all the way from Dubai.
Hello.
Oh, yan, si Anna, si Mr. Brian Viray, and to Glenn Garcia all the way in Japan, who's watching
Oh,
us
diba?
right now. Yes.
All the way sa Japan, napapanood tayo.
International.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so mga kaibigan, it is Father's Day, and the topic namin ngayon is sinong tatay mo?
Who's your daddy?
Yes, a deeper, closer look into fatherhood. So we were talking about kanina yung Mox, you were saying about we were talking about
I think we were
being-
discussing offline din yung selflessness of fathers. Regardless of social class, kasi yung mga bakit mo ginagawa itong mga bagay na to, 'di ba? With the whole idea of being a father, tatay ka kasi. So ang initial na iniisip ng mga hindi pa tatay, ang iniisip lang nila kasi is responsibilidad yun.
Oo.
But when you're a father, it's a whole different perspective na you have lives to take care of. You're the stronghold of the family. Kasi, di ba may rules yan sa bahay eh. Today's Father's Day, and we're talking about fathers, but then again, there's also the moms who have a totally different what do you call this, yung role nila sa family,
right.
na what do you call this, yung structure natin, the framework of your family, how you're
Okay.
built. So yung sinasabi natin kanina, bakit ka gumigising, para
Para kanino ka
ka gumigising at para saan? Kasi 'di ba yun yung major question natin, dahil like I said, to other people who are not yet fathers, ideally ang iniisip lang nila, it's a responsibility. But if you're a father, iba yung pananaw mo. You have emotions, you have behavior, you have intellect na goes toward being a father. Iba siya when you're there.
But that evolves. I think that evolves as your children age. For example, at the stage of your kids, you have that different feeling because you're more in the provider mode.
Provider pa.
For
yeah.
example, kay Tatay Arnie,
Oo.
siguro wisdom na yung pinaprovide mo sa mga anak mo at this stage of their lives.
Oo nga.
Tama,
Kaya
tama.
naku, gustong tanong niya kay Kuya Arnie, kumbaga, pag ikaw, kung nyari tinanong ka sa mga anak mo, ilan na ulit yung anak mo, Kuya Arnie? Tatlo. And to all our viewers, to all our listeners, Kuya Arnie is a member of the Microphone Club, and he seems the guy to actually pursue his passion, 'di ba? So
walang edad yan.
wala nga.
I really like
Yun nga.
this passion.
Yes. Yun yung ina-admire ko sa iyo actually. And-
More to admire kay Kuya Arnie is
Oh.
he comes all the way from Pampanga
Yes.
every single time.
We have an event.
To
So
join us.
supportive.
Diba?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I love this group, and I really love the passion that I want to enjoy my life.
Yes. Ayun, okay kuya. Pero salamat kasi alam mo naramdaman din namin yun. So mahal na mahal ka rin namin.
Thank you very much.
No BS yun. No BS yun. Okay.
Tsaka Tatay Arnie, sana maging magandang example ka din para sa mga ibang younger na tatay sa TMC.
Oo,
Tama,
biyayaan
tama.
nyo rin kami ng wisdom nyo, please.
Ayun, yun. Which brings me back to my question. So kung kunyari Kuya Arnie, may nagtanong sa'yo, ano yung tatlong bagay na pinaka-importante na ipasa mo sa mga anak mo? Kung ano yung namanan nila sa'yo?
Well, ang pagiging medyo ano ba yan? Hindi ko ma-describe.
Yung wisdom mo ba, for example, gano'n, di ba? Yung mga naituro mo sa kanila.
Ano po yung madalas yung sinasabi?
Masikap na kahit na medyo mahirap, pinagsikapan nilang tutuparin ang mga gusto nilang gagawin.
Ayan, mga kaibigan,
Oo.
pagsisikap, that's
Oo.
number one. So, kung meron mang papangalawa o papangatlo doon, ano yung mga yun?
Ay dapat nag-alagaan lang sarili nila para sa mga anak. At saka, isa rin sa pagpapakita ng pagmamahal mo sa mga pamilya, yun ang pag-aalaga sa sarili. So, kasi kung ngayong bata ka pa, kuwan ka na sa mga bisyo, dapat tingnan mo kung ano mangyayari sa hinarap. Kasi ang ating sakit ay darating yan pag medyo maedad na tayo, mahirap na kung kailan ka na maedad na, mayroon kang problema sa kalusugan. So, problema talaga yan sa mga bata, sa mga anak mo ngayon.
Tama. Nag-agree ako sa kanya. Kaya siguro din ngayon ngayon naiintindihan ko na kung paano, bakit nakakabiyahe pa si Kuya Arnie kapag may event tayo. Walang-wala sa kanya yung biyahe. Kaya na ni Kuya Arnie.
So kasama dun yung pagpapagwapo, Tatay Arnie?
Oo, siyempre.
Kita mo naman si...
Diba?
Kailangan natin alagaan ang ating mukha para looking young.
Looking young.
Pati isip.
No, really, it's about taking care of yourself because you can only take care of others if you have, a full cup to pour from.
Oo, kasi kung ikaw mismo you're not strong and healthy enough, paano ka tutulong sa iba? Especially sa pamilya mo, 'di ba? Kung ikaw mismo katulad ng sinasabi ni Kuya Arnie, pag hindi mo inalagaan yung katawan mo, by the time na matanda ka na at nagkasakit ka, imbis na ikaw ang nag-aalaga sa mga anak mo, sa mga apo mo, ikaw pa yung inaalagaan.
Pabigat ka na.
Oo. So you know being a father, kumbaga ego mo na yun eh. Ayaw mong ikaw yung inaalagaan. Gusto mo ikaw palagi yung nag-aalaga kasi kumbaga yun yung that's the vision na or the image na gusto mong nakikita ng mga anak nyo, na ikaw yung malakas, ikaw yung nag-aalaga, ikaw yung nagpo-provide. Hopefully, dahil one day gusto nyo na maging strong enough sila na sila yung papalit sa'yo.
Actually,
when the time comes.
Nag-agree ako dun kasi one of the best things you can do as a parent is after you're done providing, di ba? After they've flown the coop, tama ba? After that they've left the coop and have provided for themselves, have self-sustained, sabi mo nga. Yung bang hindi ka na lang din umasa na, di ba, let them progress kasi you set them up on that path, di ba? You set them up for success, and then, di ba, mauudlot yan kapag kunyaring ikaw mismo parang, I don't know, sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone. We don't want to offend anyone. Pero it's just that I think that's another form of sacrifice At saka pag nakita nila na, okay, pag matanda na sila, tapos nakikita nila na, uy, si dad, si mom, self-sustaining pa rin, kaya niyan dalhin yung sarili nila, that's a whole other lesson altogether
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Parang you'll be proud of them na they're still around.
Totoo.
Diba?
But is that a function of how you were brought up also?
Yes, totoo naman.
Yeah.
Totoo naman.
Like if we saw that our parents or our fathers were at a certain point, they really took care of themselves and they let us fly and spread our wings when we were ready, then that's something we appreciated and want for our kids. For example, I have a daughter going to college in soon.
Yes.
So, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I have a different perspective from you guys.
Magiging malaya ka na ganun.
The Independence Day special was last week. So
good segue. I like that.
So to all our listeners, of course, our guest, Miss Anna David, is playing both the roles of mother and father to her kids. So parang has it been what would be some of the challenges that you had in the earlier years?
Well, it wasn't always that way, but maybe in recent years, of course, I have a son and a daughter. So with a daughter, of course, you can you know what she's going through more or less, but with a son, there are practical things you need to teach boys.
Yep.
So
birds from the beast, but
the reality
shaving.
of it.
These sometimes the things you take for granted, and I'm just lucky to have.
And the things that you don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, so
Literally
I'm just lucky,
and physically.
I'm just lucky to have a very good support system. I have my brother, my dad, the husbands of my friends who can pitch in and give advice when needed.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I have another idea pa. The fathers are called fathers because of the way they are built and yung how the image that they throw dun sa family nila and the people who they nurture.
Yeah.
But what about the people who are not, like I said kanina, diba, the non-fathers? let's be realistic again. There are gay people who still want to be fathers.
Yes,
Diba?
definitely. Yes, yes. I
Diba?
have friends.
It's not because you can't produce as a as an alpha male doesn't
Right.
mean you can't be a father.
For sure.
Kunyari medyo pusong mamun ka. Pero gusto mo rin maging nurturing. So half nanay ka pero nasa puso ng ama.
I know a lot of people
Diba?
I know a lot of good people who were raised by gay parents.
June Encarnacion, si OG Diaz.
That's right.
Our friend in the microphone club, si TJ Yuson.
TJ Yuson, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
di ba? They all are proud and out na gay, but they have children. TJ has 4.
Wow.
Man.
That I did not
So I
know.
think
wow.
that just brings us back to the point that fatherhood knows no gender.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
It's
true.
about being a person who's there to guide and provide for the children, for the family. So that can be filled by someone of any gender
True. Di ba?
and biology.
Sa movies pa lang di ba yung when you encounter movies na mostly local, of course.
Yeah.
You know how the local scene goes. Yung gay father trying to raise children, explaining to them na porque bakla yung tatay nyo doesn't mean you have to be embarrassed about it.
Yeah, it's a common plot. It's a common plot. Yeah.
It's a very cliche plot, pero
Dolphy time pa yun.
Oo, yeah.
Dolphy,
Classic, di ba?
Dolphy,
Tama.
oo.
Pero ako, when I watch those, nararamdaman ko yung pain nung gay na dad. Kasi,
May strain eh.
oo,
May strain
parang
palagi.
kahit na anong gender mo or orientation mo, regardless of, orientation in terms of gender, orientation in terms of culture, whatever, kung ama ka.
And I
Diba?
think
Yun yun.
the common thread there is you have this unconditional love that you have so much to give. I mean, sabihin mo nang mahirap mag-provide, mahirap na isipin mo yung responsibility for your kids, pero hindi ka nagbibilang.
Tama.
Right?
Tama.
I mean, kepuyat ka, tatrabaho ka, but still, you go back to why you're doing it. Hindi mabigat sa loob mo.
Some dads work
agree.
2 different jobs at a time. Lalo na pag papasok na ng college yung anak nila. Syempre, gusto nila makapasok sa magandang eskwelahan.
Yeah.
Kung hindi man nila ma-afford yung magagandang eskwelahan, makapasok man lang sa college. I mean, it's a really big thing here in the Philippines na makapasok yung mga anak sa college.
Tama.
So you can just imagine what these fathers go through just to mairaos yung education ng children nila.
Yes.
And that's just education.
Totoo.
Wala pa yung passions nila, wala pa yung the basic necessities in life. You don't just acquire those. Pinaghihirapan yun. And not to disregard the moms, but it's mostly the father's job talaga to carry out the heavier load.
Mind you, pare, the good fathers.
The good yes.
Good
Tama na,
fathers.
the good fathers. Kaya yung mga nanay who also takes the role of the tatay, saludo kami sa inyo.
Yes, to all.
Kasi
yes,
yan,
solo parents.
nagniningning yung mukha niya. Appear.
Napapir si Ana.
Nagtitwinkle yung mata ni Ana. Yeah,
Oo.
so yeah.
Partida puyat pa yan.
Oh, magagaling na ama tayo.
Yeah.
Umuwi na alas 4. But yeah, but we're still here. We're still
Alagaan yung
working.
sarili nyo.
So yeah, we are still good fathers.
Yes.
And with that, I think I'd like to share something I have for you guys.
Oh.
It's a cupcake. It says Super Dad, so I have one for each of you.
Oh my gosh.
Sige. Sana
Sorry,
wag
hindi ko talaga ma-pull off yun, Ana.
wag lang sana nakikita ng management dito. Bawal yata magdala ng pagkain.
Ay,
So,
okay.
Bawal
so
yata
we won't
magdala ng
eat.
drinks eh.
So we won't eat it. But
Yeah.
thank you. Super Dad. Yeah.
Show it to the camera.
Right.
Ayun, nahulog na.
Nahulog na. Hindi na siya super dad.
Super.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Chupper na lang. Okay.
Thank you so much, Ana.
Thank you.
Ayun. So, Kuya Arnie, ikaw naman, kumbaga, sa pagsali mo sa The Microphone Club, anong nag-reaction ng mga anak mo?
Well, supportive naman sila. Kasi alam nila na sa gayong mga activities, pasaya naman ako.
Aha.
So, gusto nila na magiging active ako para naman hindi namang hina ang katawan. So, yun ang aking gusto na Hindi lang sa bahay ako palagi na nakabantay sa apo, pagsusunod sa school, kundi maroon din akong activities na masaya ako, na hindi ko makaligtan sarili ko na magiging mahina ang aking kalusugan.
At saka alam mo sa ginagawa mo ngayon, Kuya Arnie, that's actually you taking care of yourself.
Yes.
Kasi, di
Yeah.
ba, may mga kaedaran tayo, hindi natin kailangan umabot at a certain age. Pero, meron mga tao na parang, may ano talaga no? Parang may point sa buhay mo na parang magda-down. Ano yan? Your energy just
Depressed.
goes from here,
Nauubos.
nauubos na andito na lang.
Depressed.
Tapos, ito na yung ito na yung pinaka-cap niya. Hanggang dito na lang yung energy, hanggang dito na lang yung saya. Kasi I have to do this and I have to do that. Pero, when you actually pursue your passion, like what Kuya Arnie is doing right now, napakalaking bagay nun. Ang lakas makabata nun. Diba?
Gusto ko yung malakas
Hindi,
makabata.
tsaka dun sa mga kasama mo sa bahay, nafe-feel nila yun, nagiging positive, nagiging mas positive ka
Oh,
about
tama,
life.
tama.
Kasi
I agree with
you are a more well-balanced, well-rounded person. Kasi kung 'di ba puro trabaho lang or
Oh.
isa lang yun, nakakabugnot, 'di ba?
Oo, tama.
Yeah.
right.
And that's what we love about being in the microphone club.
Oo, kasi na-pursue mo yung passion mo. You don't succumb to the toxicity of, the everyday life. Na nare-release mo kasi nagagawa mo yung gusto mo. So, may happy hormones ka palagi.
Yeah.
Dopamines. Yeah.
Dopamine.
Yeah. So Max, maybe you can explain to the listeners what we do in the microphone club. Maybe there's some people who have no idea what we do.
Ak talaga.
Mga first time listeners natin.
Yeah.
Sige, yeah. Most of the time we explain naman din kasi what we do with TMC. The Microphone Club is a passionate group of individuals na, we share our talents with each other, to the industry, and to other people who are same or like-minded people. Yung mga the people who are passionate enough to pursue their dreams, to
Passionate
pursue
and crazy enough.
and crazy enough to pursue. Tingnan niyo si Tatay Arnie nandito. He's ilang taon na po kayo?
Secret.
Oh, secret. Oh, 'di ba? So let's just leave it at that. Iwan na natin doon, pero si Tatay Arnie, let's just say may apo na siya. But he's still here with us doing what he likes to do best. Kasi, 'di ba? That's what we are about. We want to carry out our passion, and aside from informing the industry of what we really are and what we really do, and how the industry should be informed of how people who use the microphone and their voices for a living.
Yes.
Gusto natin everybody is harmoniously living, giving out the energy and receiving the energy.
That's right. It's
So
all about
yun.
the energy, man. Saka speaking of
The
things that we
chakra.
do. Chakra.
Chakra.
Yeah, speaking of what we do here at the Microphone Club, we have an upcoming workshop.
Oh,
coming,
yes.
yeah. We have a
Good segue.
Yun. Okay, so who wants to fill them in on our listeners in on that upcoming workshop?
Oh, sige, dahil ako naman ang nakatoka dyan talaga.
Yeah.
We have an upcoming workshop, and this will happen June 25. That's Sunday. It's a Sunday, the fundamentals of hosting. Yan, para sa mga tao pong gusto matuto mag-host at yung gusto nyo malaman kung paano gumaling, and to start with your if you're passionate about talking, and if you're if you want to know how the hosts that you see and look up to now have started, that's the workshop that you need to attend, kasi ito yung building blocks
Yes.
of how to be your best self yet.
Yes, that's
And
right.
when you're your best self, you can be a better father. And
True.
a person- Yeah.
Totoo yun.
True. Kailangan mataas yung boses. Yeah, and then totoo, tama yun.
Yeah,
Kasi
yeah.
if you do what you want, and if you achieve yung goals mo, you become a better person. You become a better dad eventually. And for the moms out there, same roles.
better.
Yeah, I mean, people always ask me, ano ba yung microphone club na yan na pinasok mo? Because I have a day job.
Bidyoke po.
Bidyoke, actually.
Bidyoke group po ito.
No, I mean, it's really doing something that inside of you kaya mong gawin at magaling ka.
That's right.
And people say that you should try this and that, hosting and when you get to a group of people where you all share that same passion, because usually like in the office or the family, there's that one noisy, talkative person, right? So you're always the odd man
You're
out.
talking about you,
Yes.
right?
Hi to all my
Okay lang yan. Ako rin yun eh.
Yeah.
Sa opisina
Yeah,
ko
so
dati.
Sa banda, di ba? Parang lahat ng members sa microphone club may lista sa noisy.
Oo,
di ba?
tama. Tayo
Ah, noisy list.
Noisy. Number 1. Mox.
Yeah, sorry, Anna. We
Yeah,
didn't
so
mean to
so
interrupt.
that makes us even more fun kasi lahat tayo madaldal eh. So never ever a dull moment.
Never a
Yep.
dull moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so please join us on June 25, the fundamentals of hosting. It's gonna happen the whole day, starting at 9 a.m. all the way till 6 p.m.
Uy, wow, mas matagal to
It's a full day immersion of non-stop information and breakout sessions para matuto kayo.
So I think it's
ng
worth
mga ano.
mentioning that the lead facilitator for our June 25 workshop is none other than Mr. Mox De Vera.
Uy, gwapo yun ha? Gwapo rin yun.
Oh, naman. Pogi yun.
Pugi.
Pugi.
Ayun, balbon
Yan.
pa. Balbon.
So yeah, if you wanna know more about the workshop, please check it out on our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/The Microphone Club.
One word. Yun.
Yan.
The microphone clip.
If you wanna get to know more of the details, just send us a private message and we'll send it to you.
Yes. We are going to be swift.
So that's next
Oo.
week.
In our response.
Next week na siya. Last few seats left. So register now or forever be.
Actually, that's what I've been
Forever be
encouraging. Yeah, I've been encouraging my friends to sign up, and I said, it's changed my life. Doon ko nakilala si Tatay Arnie.
Oh, sa ko rin.
Diba? So, classmates kami nung first workshop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
classmates in the first
Oo.
workshop. So,
So we have two. Mike is batch 2. Oh no, batch
No,
one.
batch
Batch 1. Oh, batch 1 ka rin pala.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, batch 1 pala kayo lahat.
Batch one.
Yeah pala. Batch 1 pala kayo lahat. Right now, we're at batch 3. So, yon. We hope to see you, and hopefully you will get to more batches as we move along. And we're almost hitting our first year.
There we go.
Happy
It's
birthday.
June pala ngayon. Microphone Club's anniversary is in August. So we got 2 more months to go before we hit 1 year.
We're gonna have a party.
Bagong-bago pa, batang-bata pa si Microphone Club, but if with the strength in numbers, we don't aim to dominate. We aim to cultivate a family.
Support each
Yun,
other.
diba? Yun yung
We support each other. Like we've had these other events. For example, one of our members needed some medical help, so we organized a benefit show.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's not just about professional development, but we support each other when we need it.
That's
and
right.
also in support in terms of support, congratulations pala kay Mr. and Mrs. Sausa.
Yan.
The new Mr. and Mrs. RJ and Rain Sausa.
Hi, Sausa family.
May Sausa, one of our members, yung brother niya nagpakasal last week.
Yes.
Although this
This week.
This pala, nung Thursday lang. And most of the Microphone Club core team was
All-star
there. We joined forces to pull off a do-it-yourself wedding.
Wonderful.
So those are the things that you'll expect from the Microphone Club, that everybody pitches their time and talent for everyone else para, to make the world a better place.
That's right. That's right. Alam mo yun, yung kagandahan sa atin, we don't hesitate. We just jump into it. We help each other out.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I can promise to all our listeners and all our viewers and everyone who wants to join the Microphone Club, you are going to gain another family. That's one thing that we can promise you. I mean, tsaka please, going back to the workshop, don't be deceived by the title. For the fundamentals of hosting, I promise you are going to get much more value than just hosting or getting the fundamentals of hosting. We are going to maximize it kasi meron tayong Q&A. Meron tayong mga breakout sessions. Meron tayong mga parang free sharing din of not just Mox but other coordinators kasi we have a lot. This is a powerhouse of talent right here. That's what I'm saying. We have a lot of slashers.
Dati, if you will notice yung other workshops, and I'm not bashing all the other other groups who create workshops.
That's right.
The difference with our workshop is that you'll be facilitated by other hosts, not just one, not just two, but 4.
Wow.
So you won't just learn from one person, you'll be learning from other people who will be sharing their experiences as well.
And there's a lot more beyond the workshop because it's just a step into our family, right?
That's right.
Where there's so much support. So, for example, I remember when I had my first hosting gig. So I had my first hosting gig and I posted a shout out because we do have, as a member of the Microphone Club, you're part of our exclusive Facebook group.
Yeah.
So it's really a support system. So I said, oh no, what do I do? Then suddenly we have all these suggestions: bring a clipboard, eat before you go. I mean, all these practical things that if you were just alone and you just said you just wanted to try it out, I couldn't imagine how to even begin.
Diba?
Yeah.
But now you have the Microphone Club to point you to the right direction.
Yeah.
So if you have alam mo yun, we're not closing the doors on anyone. Hindi ito exclusive sa Microphone Club. If you have any questions, if you want to learn from us, you can just approach us. But it would be better if you were a member kasi we prioritize our members kasi syempre the things that we put out for our members is more than just the membership that you pay for. Kumbaga, you're paying for the value of the association and the
let's
group.
ask Tatay Arnie, for example, anong benefit, anong nakukuha mo as a member of the Microphone
Kamusta
Club?
experience mo
Mga
sa
idea
Microphone
kung
Club?
paano ka makipag-usap, kung paano ka ang mga guides na pwede mong gawin pag nandyan na sa actual na sitwasyon. Ayun ang
Si Mox ang inyong mentor.
si boss.
si Kuya Arnie bumata na ng 15 years pagkasali ng Microphone Club.
Actually,
Tama. Pati isip.
Oo, di ba? Nahawa na sa kalokohan.
Tsaka, we're all about possibilities. We're all about possibilities. We're all about potential and potential that gets realized as we move along, di ba?
Yep.
Okay. So are we pausing for a break? Okay, mga kaibigan, we are going to be talking about a lot more right after this break. You're listening to the Microphone Club radio show.
Ito ang DZRJ 810 AM H-Ry Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Mga maiinit at umuusok na showbiz chika. Matatakam ka. Maglalaway ka. Showbiz chikang hindi lang trending at pinag-uusapan, kundi iniimbestigahan dito sa DZRJ 810 tuwing Sabado alas 3:30 hanggang alas 4:30 ng hapon. Chikan Chika kasama sina Afi Africa at Tart Carlos. Hatid sa inyo ng A-Try Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. This program is brought to you by 8 Tri-Media Pro Incorporated.
Welcome back to the Microphone Club radio show, Anna. Hi.
Hi.
Arne,
Sorry.
hi.
Hi, Anna. Ayun, did you wanna, read
No,
something?
yeah. Hang on.
Yes. Sige.
So maybe you
Sorry.
can read that first.
Nabuluga kita.
Yes.
Live simulcast po tayo over DYME Masbate, Explore TV Channel 17, Phil Products, Cable TV Butuan, 107.1 Power FM Puerto Princesa, Palawan, and 97.1 Wow FM Rojas, Northern Palawan. Mox, muntik na ako kanina doon sa 97.1. Ibang
Mali,
number,
We're on
ibang number
AM.
yun.
AM tayo, AM.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking of, we're just thinking how, let's just talk about like a memory of our dad. So you were talking about how your dad would listen to
yun yung fondest memory ko kasi pag naaalala ko yung when the songs that I used to hear plays on the radio, especially on the radio, parang alam mo yun, nagsisnap na, uy, alam ko to. Parang it's not such a big deal to everyone else, but to you, parang it means the world kasi parang I used to hear this song and ini-ignore ko siya kasi ano yun, parang it's just music, background lang siya nasa background lang siya, tapos pag naririnig mo pa, tapos nalaman mo na yung lyrics, tapos na-realize mo na the songs that you were hearing before were the hits during that time and now it's a golden classic. Parang ang sarap ng feeling na you grew up with something, being a part of something,
and
pretty much like diba, the memories that we have with our dads. You grew up with something big,
and that's a gift that your dad gave to you.
Yes,
right?
the
That
gift
memory.
of music.
Tatay Arnie, anong memory mo sa tatay mo?
Well, I remember my tatay when I was small. And we used to buy some bananas and
Sagi.
I had his companion to buy some bananas. So he had to buy the bananas far from the place where we alight, and I was the one who what's the bananas that he bought. So sometimes we had a store, tobacco store. I used to tend to watch the store. So that's what I remember about my tatay. So it's very memorable, and that he's also a loving father.
So itong naging business nyo is the tobacco store.
Yeah.
Tama. So kayo yung pinagbabantay niya dati.
Oh,
Bata pa kayo.
Kahit hindi pa ako marunong magsukli.
Akala ko hindi pa ako marunong magtobacco.
Kasi grade 1 pa ako noon, hindi ko marunong magsukli. Minsan siguro napasobra. Pero sa katagalan naman, natuto din ako.
Pero maganda yun, Tatay Arnie, kasi natutunan mo yung value ng hard work.
Tama.
Tsaka yung responsibility. Responsibility of money, di ba? Yun yung, I think that's a really good value na matuturo ng isang ama. Kasi ako, aminin ko, hindi ako magaling sa pera, hindi ako magaling sa numbers at all. So anything particular regarding money, para sa akin, it's a big responsibility. So magandang magandang value.
Like me, if I could share what I mean, I feel like I'm coming full circle, because one thing that my dad really instilled with me was listening to AM radio. So when I was when he would take me to school, we'd really listen to AM. I wouldn't say na lang the station because it's not, but so the value of it's something that you always need to be informed, find out what's happening, be involved. So that's something I really picked up from my dad.
Being involved
with the happenings of the world.
Yes.
Ako dati nag-EM lang ako pag brownout tsaka pag may bagyo
Transistor.
Hindi kasi 'di ba?
Pag walang pasok, gusto mo malaman.
Pag brownout, walang kuryente, walang TV, saka kuha ng balita.
Yeah.
Wala pang text nung panahon na 'yon, 'di ba?
Walang Facebook.
Wala pang data, wala pang internet, wala smartphone. So where do you get your information?
Yeah.
Your news?
Ganyan ka-reliable ang AM.
Oo.
Yeah. So Mike, what have you picked up from your dad, or any memory you can share?
I remember hating him.
For
Seriously. I remember hating him when I was younger.
For
For being the tough father that he is. Parang when you're young, you're stupid. Eh.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
young.
Totoo.
So, I remember him, not being, I think it's their generation na hindi sila masyadong showy, hindi sila, alam mo yun, hindi sila masayahin, they rarely smile. Pero pagdating sa ibang tao, alam mo yun, parang life of the party eh. Alam mo yun, parang
tropa pip sila sa ibang tao.
Oo eh. So parang ako, I kind of was, I didn't realize that when I was younger. Pero ngayon that I became a father, I'm a father myself. Parang, do I do it my way? Or do I do it how my father did it? Kasi I'd like to believe, and ito lang naman yun eh, sorry I don't mean to sound conceited or anything, pero if you believe that you're a good person, if you believe that you can be a good model to your kids, wala kang kinalaman dun eh. Tatay mo yun, tsaka nanay mo yun eh. And my father had, my father had a really big role. He played a really big role with me growing up. With the taste I have in music, just like you, Mox. Taste I have in music. We used to drive around during weekends. Tapos he would just feed these old songs to me. That parang I found myself liking the Beatles. Parang dati,
diba?
Hindi malay ko ba dyan sa mga yan? Pero
dati pinipuwersa pa sa atin yun.
Yes.
Ako Ray Valera, and then parang paano na naman yan?
I just passively listen to those things.
Yeah.
Yun, Ray Valera, Beatles,
subliminal kind of
Basha, passively listening. Tapos pag naririnig mo na siya ngayon, naka-ingrained na siya sa subconscious mo.
Yeah, yung sa akin naman, mga ganun sila, Nat King Cole.
Oo, Nat King Cole, yeah.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Nagko-concert pa naman siya dito. Nagko-concert pa naman si Engelbert Humperdinck.
Frank Sinatra.
Of
yun ang mga
paborito ko.
paborito ni Tatay Arnie.
So yun, tatay ko, I remember hating him, but alam mo yun, now that I understand, now that I'm, man, ang hirap. It was looking back, like, ang tightrope, it's a tightrope walk eh.
Yeah.
Diba? Tama ba yung term ko, Ana?
Yeah. But, and as parents, then you realize, are you there to be your kid's best friend? Not always, right? You have to,
kailangan may tough love kay.
Yeah.
Especially if
you always make fun of my tough love. By the way, I'd like to say hi to my kids. They said, okay, say hi to your children. So hi, Annika and Carlos. So I'm the queen of tough love. I mean, everyone has their own parenting style, right? I'm a sink and swim kind of a parent. You forget something for school, your homework. Well, then you go to school and you get that red mark on from your teacher. It's not something that I'm gonna, drop everything and come and save you. No way, because in the real world, that's not how it works.
Pero quick question, yung tough love na yan, nakuha mo rin ba sa parents mo, or is that something you wanted to change? Kumbaga,
yeah, that's a
diba?
good point.
Opposite ba siya, or something that you wanna use again?
My mom's tuning in.
It worked.
My
diba?
mom's tuning in, so I'm very careful.
Yeah.
No, they'd be proud of you.
Yeah.
Diba?
We were raised to be very independent, and people also comment about how my children are very independent. So, for example, if it was tuition time, I'd have to enroll myself, and now my children, I'm so proud of my children that they go to school and they enroll for themselves. My 15-year-old, I sent him to the bank to make a deposit on his own. I said, you ask the teller. So, I mean, those are things. But again, it goes to what your parenting style is, or what your objectives are for your children. Diba, Tatay Arnie, nung lumalaki yung mga anak mo, anong parang dream mo para sa kanila? Anong gusto mong pagpapalaki sa kanila?
Well, gusto ko silang magiging masunurin at magiging matagumpay sa kanilang buhay.
Paano mo in-encourage yun sa kanila?
Well, actually, I was abroad during the time, so
okay.
I was not able to follow them. So it was my wife who was supervising them.
Magandang angle to,
Yes,
so nag-abroad pala si Tatay Arnie. So you weren't physically there
Mahirap
with
yun.
your children. So how did
Nung panahon na yun, wala pang text.
Yeah, walang FaceTime, di ba?
Walang Facebook.
Tawag lang, collect-call.
So paano nyo na maintain yung relationship or na-build yung relationship with your children even if you're not physically together?
Padala ng sulat, ganun. Kasi dati wala namang internet. So, kuan lang yung tape recorder ng mga boses mo.
Wow!
Napadala yun.
Galing.
I can relate to that. Tsaka nung I'm sure earlier pa nung pinanganak ako, hindi pa lahat may telepono. So hindi yung basta-basta makakatawag ka lang sa bahay mo, 'di ba? Minsan nga, 'di ba, iba nakikitawag pa sa kapitbahay kasi sila may telepono, kayo wala. Na-experience ko pa 'yon.
Wow.
Kaya hindi biro yung the parents working overseas before kasi hindi ka basta-basta makakabalita sa pamilya mo.
And that's part of being a dad. I mean, that you have to do what you have to do, right? Parang kayo, may gig kayo, it could be like even your kid's birthday or something, but you can't be there because you have to work.
Ngayon ire-record mo na lang. Diba? Tapos padala mo Viber. Tapos di pa rin pala pinanood. Masama dun eh.
Yeah.
Busy na nag-YouTube kasi yung mga bata.
It takes out all of the emotion out of the out of the message eh. Like for example dati, 'di ba, sulat-sulat pa.
Galing, galing.
15 days pa bata
15
malalaman mo.
days.
Oo, sulat eh.
So yun yung sulat mo sa kanila, tapos syempre mag-iisip pa yun, di naman kaagad magpapadala. Okay, wow.
Tsaka syempre, yung pag sumulat pa kayo, 'di ba, dati sasagarin mo na yon, lahat ng pwede mo sabihin, abot ka ng mga 8 pages back to back.
Yes.
Ganyan ba yung mga love letter mo, Mox? 8 pages back to back?
Hindi pa ako magaling magsulat nun. Hindi, pero 'di ba, I mean, wala pang telephone. So how else other than post can you send messages? So yeah, 8 pages back to back, tapos papadala mo kapal ng envelope, tas 'di ba?
But you know, to Mike's point, there are a lot of, I mean, it's more typical for fathers to not be showy.
Yeah.
Pero sa ganung case, Tatay Arnie, syempre sulat lang yung paraan mo na pagko-communicate sa mga anak mo. So lahat ng mga feelings mo nilalagay mo doon. See, so it even becomes something good because there's no inhibitions anymore. So ano yung mga sample? Ano yung mga sinusulat mo doon sa mga anak mo?
Sabagay, maliit pa naman sila noon eh. So di pa gaanong...
Sige lang, Tito Arnie. Go.
So mga anak, mahal kita anak, so magpakabait ka, ganun.
See? Yan, hindi naman lahat ng tatay kayang ano.
Mismo.
So I think we have to welcome our special guest.
Yes, our special guest for today. We have Mr. Pocholo Gonzalez, the voice master himself. Sir Choi!
Hindi ka kita dyan.
Hindi ba ako kita?
Dito ka, Sir Choi. Uy, si Patrick.
Tatabi mo na tayo.
See, because it's Father's Day, we have a father and son.
Yes,
here.
that's right. And we Patrick, hey. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning.
I saw your video on the Filipino channel.
Yeah.
Wow. How are you feeling today? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, okay. All right, good to have you here at the show, at the Microphone Club radio show. We have Mr. Pocholo Gonzalez, and of course we have his son Patrick with him. All right, man. So before we proceed any further, we'd like to read some of the comments because we have a question of the day posted here at on Facebook. And what's the best thing about being a father or a solo parent? So our friend all the way from California says her name is si Rochelle Donya. Si Carlin Rochelle Donya. She says the best thing raising an unconventional family is having the full right to raise your child on what you think is best for them with no negotiations. And shout out to all solo parents. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing with us your input or your thoughts rather. Ayan. Si May sabi niya, huwag na to. Okay.
Kinalimutan.
Di naman. Ayan. So, okay. So, let's have Patrick and Sir Choi, of course. Ayan.
Ayan, sige.
I want to ask Patrick. Ayan.
Sige.
Yeah.
Gisahin natin si Choi.
Patrick can greet his dad.
How about you greet your dad?
Happy Father's Day. Father.
Kiss.
Voice master.
Look at that proud dad naman.
Ayan. Before anything else, magandang lalaki kayong dalawa. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
No, si Tatay Arnie.
And also, si Kuya Arnie. God bless you all. Sa lahat po ng mga nakikinig na ama, mga tatay, mga papa. Kaya mga daddy dyan na nakikinig, marami pong salamat, no, at sa suporta dito sa ating napakagandang programang
Happy Father's Day,
Microphone Club.
Choy.
Thank you, Miss
Happy
Ana.
Father's Day. Ayun.
At sa lahat ng sa tatay ko, syempre si Luis Gonzales.
Mr. Luis
Oo,
Gonzalez.
artista yon. Then, ang tatay ko nasa Maribeles, Bataan. Happy Father's Day, Tang.
Happy Father's Day po.
Happy Father's Day sa kay Sir Luis Gonzalez. And thank you so much for joining us here.
Of course,
Sir Choi.
sa inyong dalawa ni Mox na napakabait na ama. Ayan, isa ng huwarang ama.
Si Ana din.
Si Ana rin.
Nanay
Oo.
na ama rin niya.
Oo.
Nanay na tatay pa.
Ayan, tama.
O yan, so Patrick, gisahin naman natin yung ama mo. Haba, we wanna know.
Gisa talaga.
Gisa
Mox,
talaga.
ha? O, sige.
Hindi. But these, yung questions that I'll be asking is...
Ayan, mag-English ka. Baka hindi ka,
Yeah. The questions I'll be asking is... are good insights from a kid's point of view.
Yeah,
From a
great.
son's point of view.
From a son's point of view.
That's great.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad would always tell me the same things over and over. I would like to know what your dad would normally tell you on a daily basis. If he scolds you or if he reminds you of anything, good or bad, let us know. What are those things?
Well, he told me that the thing I have to know is I have to make other people better and happy with greatness and excellence. That's
Wow.
what he told me. So I keep that in my mind every time, every day of the week.
Your dad has oriented you very well.
That's what you get for having
Yeah.
a motivational speaker
Diba?
for a
But
dad.
that's good
right.
value. That's good value. What else? Sige, let's go over to the disciplinary side. When what are the things that he would normally discipline you about?
Well, if I do something wrong, like if I forget something,
Like what in particular? Would you mind sharing a
Specific example.
story?
well, I only got well, you know the practice where the person regularly uses a belt or something to
Oh, when
someone?
he whips you. Tama
that
ba?
only happened once.
Oh, okay. So you remember it really
I
well.
remember it vividly.
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 I don't think any kid wants to remember it by a belt.
I think kasi the best parents I know, sinabi nila sa akin at least once,
Yeah.
you know, kailangan talaga matikman.
Kailangan makatikim ka muna.
yung,
Kasi pag hindi...
yung isang malupit na hindi mo talaga makakalimutan. Yun talaga.
Oh, kasi when it marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ay, totoo yan. Isang beses ko lang pinalo yan when he was actually, how old are you then? 4 years old.
Yeah.
Oh.
And how old are you now, Patrick? How old are you?
Turning 12.
So after that, did I spank you? Never.
Never.
Wow.
Magtatanda ka
So
eh.
that's parenting 101 from Troy.
Yeah.
Kasi, and I also explained to him bakit ko siya pinalo. Kasi sabi niya,
Yes,
I will
that's
never
important.
follow you. Aba? I will never listen. Okay, that's the only thing that you should know.
Yeah.
Pagkapalo ka, paulit-ulit ko sinabi sa kanya, okay, because I love you, that's why I spank you. From now on, there's only 2 rules. Number 1, listen. Number 2, follow.
But you know, that's what's important there is you explain why. Because I think that's the fine line in discipline where it becomes random.
That's true.
It's so it has to have a purpose and at the right time
Tama,
and age
tama.
appropriate.
Oo.
I-explain mo in ways na
Diba
maiintindihan ng
ibang
bata.
ginugulpi na anak, hindi lalong tumitigas ang puso at ulo. No?
Or minsan mainit lang yung ulo nung parent na pagbubuntanan yung
totoo.
anak. So
Yeah.
so that's when it's not
for
right.
for non-parents kasi it has been an ongoing debate na hindi nila naiintindihan why you have to discipline yung children that particular way. To some parents hindi sila naniniwala sa palo, sa discipline with physical discipline.
Right.
May ibang parents naman na like Choi here, paniniwala niya na kailangan lang matikman isang beses
One
para
time.
magtanda.
Tama.
Some parents they believe in that so much na borderline beating up the kid na I mean it's not good but if they believe it and it works
Huwag naman yung malalasog na yung bata.
awag naman pero you know to the point that, well kasi may mga bata talaga na sutil
Sutil.
may ganun talaga I mean I think it's genetic
So ilang beses ka bang
character.
napalo nung bata ka, Mox?
Marami-rami and it I don't think it equates na maraming beses na palo ang bata, salbahe yung bata. Kasi what I believe, yung mga bata na napalo nung panahon nila, nang titino yun pagtanda.
Totoo yun.
Kasi if napalo ka ng bata tapos loko-loko ka pa rin ng tumanda, ibig sabihin, yung palo na yun, walang value sa'yo.
Or it wasn't explained, or it wasn't done at the right timing. For example, Troy,
Or hindi na support.
Hindi na support
ng maayos.
May tanong ako kay Kuya Arnie. Kuya Arnie, alam mo, nakikita namin yung side mo na mabait, malumanay, sweet na tatay. Pero ikaw ba kinailangan mong mamalo ng anak nung pinapalaki mo sila?
Kailangan talagang paluin ng bata kasi pag ang bata ay hindi mapalo, hindi sila magtanda eh. Pero nasa Biblia talaga na huwag mong ipagkait ang palo. Kailangan talaga yun.
Huwag mong ipagkait
Oo.
ang pagpalo.
Oo,
Yan.
tama.
Okay.
You know, there's a science to how to properly, I won't say hit.
discipline.
Discipline, 'di ba? Kasi hitting is just intentional eh. Disciplining is a different story. Merong science behind it na you discipline a child na may object, not with your hands. Kasi subconsciously, pag pinalo mo sila gamit ang kamay mo or anything na gamit yung katawan mo, may equate nila yon with just, intentionally harming you. Pero if you use like a ruler or any patpat or a slipper,
Yung pamalo sa kabayo, buntod pag,
Buntot bagi.
Yun, di ba?
Wag naman yun.
I call it a whip.
Lalatay naman yun.
Hindi, yun talaga eh. Yun talaga. Meron mga ganun.
Yeah. Bamboo pa nga yung iba eh, di ba?
Badang ganyo thing ba yun?
Meron. Hi kay Zonks Balbo.
But the point is,
Happy Father's Day kay
Happy
John.
Father's Day.
kung magdidisiplina ka ng bata, you have to use an object para hindi nila ma-equate na yung nurturing hands mo
Right.
ang ginagamit mo, the same thing for discipline.
But you see, that's what's good about modern parenting. It's may science na siya.
Totoo.
Kasi nung araw, 'di ba, Tatay Arnie, siguro kung ano man ang kinalakihan mo or feel mo kung paanong tama, yun ang gagawin mo. Ngayon, may mga books, may mga YouTube, may mga articles. So, there's more science. And therefore, I would dare say there's no excuse, not no excuse, but it's there's a bigger responsibility to be a good parent now because there's so much information on how you can be a good parent.
Nakaramdam pa ako yung pinaluhod sa munggo. May kilala ako pinaluhod sa tansan.
Wow.
Grabe.
Diba?
Malupit ka ba gano'n? Tamtax.
Bumabaon.
Pero try for you, dahil yun din ba ang na-experience mo din yon with your sa pagpapalaki sa'yo?
Tatay ko kasi disciplinarian.
Okay.
Parang, alam mo, mas gusto ko pa hindi siya nakikita. Kasi every month lang siya umuwi, pinapalo pa ako. Pero na-realize napakatindi talaga ng importansya ng disiplina. Oo. Kasi hindi niya naman ako kasi kilala. Lumalaki akong, siyempre nasa Manila siya, sa probinsya ako, sa Maribeles, Bataan. So, parang ang hirap mong makisama sa isang taong kahit tatay mo, hindi mo nakakasama kasi. Hindi niya nakikita yung development mo habang lumalaki.
Tama.
Oo. Ako naaalala ko yun kasi yung ako vividly naalala ko pa rin yung pag kunyari nagrarambol na kami ng mga kapatid ko, tapos biglang may naririnig ako kumakalos ko sa lumabas ng pinto, tapos narinig ko na yung parang yung hook yung hook sa likod ng pinto, di ba? Ibig sabihin na yung sinton tinanggal doon, tapos mamaya may gagana.
Alam mo na. Alam mo.
Ano nangyari? Iiyak na lang ako, nahataw na
Hindi,
pala
malupit
ako.
doon. Yung alam mong papaluin ka, maglalagay ka ng karton sa puwet mo.
Grabe, Troy, parang marami kang strategy.
Ganun.
Parang naipon mo lahat ng mga strategy.
Di ba yung mga bata, lalo na yun sa binti.
Oo, okay. Upo ka sa yelo, mga
Old school,
Hindi, ito malupit. Pinapatayo sa sa harap ng CR. Actually, ginawa ko kay Patrick yun eh.
Pero tinamas.
How did that happen, Patrick?
Like, I don't really remember, but I remembered I did something wrong. Like, something broke, and I stood up in the bathroom wall for around an hour.
Wow. But look at Patrick now. He's an achiever. I mean, maybe Troy, you can share some of Patrick's, or Patrick, maybe you can share your achievements.
Actually, proud ako dyan kasi sabi ko yan. You know, a great father should make their son greater than them. So, ina-challenge ko siya. Kasi grade 5 lang ako na honor. Ngayon, honor din siya. Oo,
Grade 5 lang.
challenge siya. Di ba, ano ba yung mga achievement mo, Patrick? Share mo naman.
I won an award. I won an award this year. I'm receiving it on Tuesday.
Wow.
Congratulations.
And I've also became the youngest broadcaster. I don't know if it's official, but I'll just say I'm the youngest broadcaster in the Philippines. Well, my dad used to be the youngest broadcaster in the Philippines at 16 years old, but I beat him by around 8 years.
So that's really making your kids greater than you.
That's how you
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And I had my first talk in this place. It's called the Caneda Astrodome.
Wow.
Well, there were like not 30,000, like around 5 to 10,000 people there, and I spoke in front of them. That was my first major talk and my first talk.
Wow. How long did you talk for?
3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes. Okay.
How old are you?
Okay.
When I did that talk, not 8 or 9.
Wow.
At 8 or 9.
What were you doing? Yeah, I was gonna say, what were you doing at 8 or 9?
I think I was eating the soil in doon sa loob ng paso ng halaman. Kumakain yata ako ng lupa nung night ako.
Sige, well,
Something weird like that.
we only have I think we are up to 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how about we end it on a good note?
Always.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
fun memories with Dad. Ako, I just want to share my fondest memories with my dad is when he used to take us. Diba, I talked about music kanina. Another very fond memory is he would always take us to Makati Cinema Square
Ooh, yeah.
to watch mga local movies. Naalala ko na yung the likes of Andrew E, Jano Gibbs,
Ay.
Ogie Alcacid.
I was gonna say, that's when I watched my first movie, Baguettes.
Diba?
Baguettes.
Sorry, that's our time. Yeah.
Okay.
Kaya diba, parang I think Makati Cinema Square was the hip. Yes,
place
the
to
hip
be, the
mall
place
that
to be.
time. Wala pang ano pa yun?
Parang
Wala
Glorieta.
pang Glorieta,
na yun.
ano pa yun?
Quad.
Quad pa siya. Ginagawa pa yung quad noong mga panahon na yun. So Makati Cinema Square pa kasi yun pa yung kumbaga yun yung SM noong time na yun. Yung talagang standard mall. Tapos ginagawa pa lang yung quad.
So, anong ginagawa niyo sa Makati Cinema Square?
Yeah, manonood kami ng sine, mga Andrew E, Jano Gibbs. Kaya pag narinig niyo ako mag-joke yung mga ganung
Kaya pala.
yung mga ganung
But when your dad would take you, would it be just your dad or it's like a daddy time or
during that time yung younger brother ko next to me, kami pa lang buhay nung time na yun. So yun, kaming tatlo, normally my mom would be home taking care of the baby, yung youngest. So tatlo lang kaming lalabas. Tapos the usual Jollibee.
so it's like boy bonding. It's like guy bonding. Yeah.
Kasi my dad used to be a detailman or what we now know as medrep. So he would always go out of town and uwi siya ng weekend mostly. Tapos yun, lalabas kami. He makes it a point na lalabas kami at once in 3 weeks, once in 2 weeks.
Right.
And yun yung lagi ko naaalala kasi it's comedy. It's funny. Tapos yun pa you share it with your dad. So good times.
What's the best lesson you learned from your father?
The best lesson that I learned from my dad is to be resilient. Even though hindi ko na-experience niya. Knowing, growing up, I found out yung history niya with his family. Yun lang, parang I wanted to be as resilient as him na tough through the times. He got toughened up with the hardship of life and raising us was not easy. Tatlo kaming lalaki, Diyos ko, magkakapatid.
3 musketeers, no?
Oo, tatlo
Puro
kaming lalaki.
guwapo.
Puro guwapo.
The De Vera
Artista lahat.
brothers. Artistahin. Artista or artistahin.
Kaya yun, siguro the best thing that I learned from him is how to be resilient. Kasi even though the odds are not with you, you have to chug on forward kasi
Shug
there's
on forward.
there's nothing else to.
Oh, like a train, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Shug on forward.
Chuga, chuga,
Hindi
choo, choo.
yung- Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'd like to greet my dad because my dad's listening.
Yes?
Yeah. So
What's his name?
my pop. So hi, pop.
Pop.
Yeah. So I just like to share also like a fond memory of my dad because my dad used to be a car racer.
Wow. Wow.
So yung mga trip namin nung trip niya nung bata kami.
Trip mo
Sasakay
rin.
kami sa car. Hindi na rin. Tapos sasakay sa car. Tapos yung ipapaskwala. Oo, tapos harurutin niya. Tapos
Paskwala.
And then he do like,
Yung ano,
yes,
kotse.
like we call he
Fast
calls
and the Furious yan,
Mag-180.
handbrake turn. Yeah.
180 turn.
So, can you imagine being a kid?
Action star pala dad.
Yeah.
Slalom. Tawag dyan yung araw
Yeah.
slalom. Yung mga
Slalom.
slalom.
But you know what I would remember every time my dad would do that, and this goes to a father's role in a child's life. My dad would always put his arm over
Yeah.
the kid in the front seat to protect. So I think that's something that you realize that's really the father's instinct, whether it's a male father or a female taking that role. That's something I always remember about my dad. So hi, Pop.
Thank you so much for loving loving Anna the way you do and for protecting Anna the way you have. You always have. Okay.
Tsaka tito, dahil doon na-experience namin yung Miyata.
Oo, yung Miyata.
Yung Miyata. The Miyata mom.
Yeah.
Miyata mami. Yung
Okay.
nga pala pakifollow si Anna sa Instagram. It's
Lahat ng Instagram, bigyan mo Miyata mami.
Miyata Mami,
Ano pa yung
events
isa
by
yung
Anna
yoga.
Manila loves yoga. Anna the super shopper. So anyway, we have 10 more minutes.
Yes, 10 more minutes. Let's go to sa Kuya Arnie. Ikaw Kuya, yung fondest memory mo sa iyong ama. Yan. Anong pinaka hindi mo makakalimutan?
Ang aking ama naman ay isang mapapasensyoso, mapagmahal, kahit ng mga problema na kung ano man yan, na overcome. So, yan ang natutunan ko sa kanya, ang ganung mga pag-uugali na kung anong problema ang mangyayari, tuloy lang ang buhay.
Tuloy lang ang buhay.
Oo.
Resiliency din.
Resilience din yan. Never backing down. Yan. Salamat for sharing, Kuya Arnie. How about you, Patrick? What's the best thing you learned from we're not talking about the voice master, we're not talking about the youngest broadcaster in the Philippines, we're talking about like Pocholo Gonzalez as your father. What did you learn best from him?
I learned the best thing I've learned from him is to be humble and respectful, and always strive to be great.
Always strive to be great. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's a really beautiful thing to share and impart to your kids, right? Kasi parang most people out there would say, get through life. Get a job. I mean, study hard, get a job, and then get married, and that's practically it. Parang make the most as you go na lang. Pero for your parent to actually tell you to be great, you have it within you. And for you to get to believe that, di ba?
Tsaka yung filling the in-betweens, yung is importante rin yun. Kasi telling your child or teaching your child to be great, but not showing them how.
May follow through kailangan.
Dapat may follow through din, importante rin.
I remember my dad has this saying that me and my siblings always remember. If you're going to be a basurero, you have to be the best goddamn basurero there is.
Totoo.
So that goes to greatness and excellence, and following what Troy said, you have to mold your children to be better than yourself.
That's right.
Magbabasurero ka, pero basurero na nakakapulot ng ginto. Mga ganon, di ba? Mga ganon.
Sa New York.
Yung mga bakal na napupulot mo.
Di ba ikaw nagsabi sa akin nun, sir?
Ano?
Yung nasa New York City, tapos trabaho lang niya.
Oo.
Mangkalkal ng basura, maghahanap talaga siya ng ginto.
Di
Yun,
ba?
sir.
Why not?
Ayun. So, I don't think I've ever asked this question to Sir Choi. Sir Choi, ikaw, anong fondest memory of your father? And what would you say is the best thing that you learned from him?
Ako, personally, yung kung ano ako ngayon ay reflection ng tatay ko. No, ako naniniwala, he made me, no? Kasi siyempre siya yung nakikita ko na symbol at kumbaga siya yung icon ko bilang isang tao. No. Halos lahat kasi siyempre every time na nakikita mo tatay mo, matagal kayo hindi nakikita. Minsan 2 months, 3 months nawawala.
Right.
So, doon ko na-realize na, alam mo yun, hanggat may time kang ipakita sa tatay mo, yung pagmamahal mo sa kanya, paramdam mo na rin yun. Kahapon, kasama ko siya dun sa graduation ng VoiceWorks.
Kita ko yung pictures.
Oo.
Yeah.
Sabi ko nga, alam mo yun, every time na tinitignan ko siya, alam mo yun, iniisip ko, ito na ba yung huli kong time na makikita ko ang tatay ko? Which is, darating yung panahon na yun, alam ko. Kaya gusto kong ipakita at iparamdam sa kanya kung gaano ko siya kamahal. Kung in times naman naaalala, marami. Hindi lang talaga isa pero naaalala ko yung hindi siya nagpakita sa akin nung graduation ko nung kindergarten.
Ganon sila minsan, no? Talaga.
No?
Kaya kayo mga tatay,
diba yung nagpe-perform ako,
mga anak yan.
alam mo yung magpe-perform ako, 5 years old ako nun. Magpe-perform ako, hinahanap ko yung tatay ko.
Yeah.
Alam mo yung hinahanap ko siya, nasaan kaya yung tatay ko? Kaya lahat ng event ni Patrick, hindi ako pwede mawala kahit may ginagawa akong... Kasi alam ko yung feeling na... Alam mo yung umiyak ka? Kasi yung gusto mo mag-perform, kasi gagawin mo yun para sa tatay
Para
mo.
sa kanya.
Mm.
Para sa kanya. Yeah.
Yun siguro yung fondest. Yung isang moment na wala siya, pero siya yung naalala ko. Naalala ko simula nung bata ako.
I see. Hindi, you turned that into something that's very inspiring, and you made that experience work for you. Diba?
Di ba nakakaiyak nga yung ganung moment na hanggang ngayon nararamdaman
and then
mo.
Patrick now is the beneficiary now of that lesson, right?
Yes, tama.
And that's why Patrick is the successful.
Pero basically ang pinakamagandang aral na nabigay sa akin tatay ko, yung maging totoo ka sa tao. Huwag kang maging mapagpanggap. At ang intention at motive mo ang mas importante.
Mismo.
Kaya kung may gagawin ka sa tao, siguraduhin mo totoo yung ginagawa mo. Kasi yung tatay ko, nasa gobyerno, siya lang hindi yumaman. Ibang mga nakasama yung mga kurakot, mga naging municipal administrator, yumaman. Siya hanggang ngayon, alam mo yun, walang sariling bahay. Although sa amin nakatira. Pero yung point doon na, alam mo yun, fight for the right talaga siya. Kailangan tapat ka sa ginagawa mo. Dahil,
tapat ka sa ginagawa.
Sa lahat na mula sa pakikipagkaibigan, sa pakikitungo sa tao, dapat you are true to yourself and true to them.
And
yun yung
that goes-
natutuhan ko sa kanya.
And that goes to what your values are. You know, having values, we have different priorities, right? And whatever those values are, yun yung what you feel is important.
Totoo.
Yun yung ibabahagi mo sa
Ayan.
kids mo.
Yun talaga may kita ng tao sa huli, whether you know it or not. Kung ano yung intention mo, kung ano yung motibo mo, kung ano yung rason kung bakit ka
Kaya mahal ko yung tatay ko dahil sobrang
Pag-greet mo naman siya,
kaya
Troy.
nandito tayo ngayon dahil itong Microphone Club at iba-ibang programa ay reflection din ng tinuro niya sa akin. Na to create a culture of loving, caring, sharing, and giving.
So thank you po sa tatay nyo kasi kung wala sa tatay nyo, sa inspiration niya, wala tayo ngayon
Totoo
dito.
yan.
So hindi parang kapatid na rin namin si Patrick kasi kami rin beneficiary din kami ng aral.
Ayan, tulong-tulungan lang tayo talaga.
So mga kaibigan, I think we only have a couple of minutes. Any last words, or do you want to share how people can follow us on Facebook or on social media?
We would like to invite everybody to please like our Facebook page. If you have any inquiries or if you want to find out more about the Microphone Club, please do like us and follow us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/The Microphone Club.
Yes.
Yeah, we also have an Instagram. Yan, sana i-add nyo po kami at i-like nyo po yung Instagram page namin, Microphone_Club.
And don't forget, we have our Fundamentals of Hosting workshop.
Once again,
on
June 25.
That's next Sunday from 9 o'clock to 6 p.m.
Oh.
at the Ortigas Foundation Library.
Yan, mag-sign up na kayo kasi we're just waiting for the last few seats to be filled. Kasi
You won't regret it.
1 week to go. 1 week to go na lang. And syempre, yung fees and everything, asikasuin nyo pa. So, better get ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I think it's time for us to skedaddle on out of here. And mga kaibigan,
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's
Happy
Day.
Father's Day.
Thank you so much to our guests. We have Miss Anna David. Thank you so much. Mr. Mox De Vera, Kuya Arnie. Thank you, all members of the Microphone Club, Patrick Gonzalez, and of course, the voice master himself, joining us here live at the booth, Mr. Pocholo De Leon Gonzalez. Maraming salamat po for spending your Sunday morning with us. And last words lang, Mr. Nomar Acuña, Mahal na mahal kita. I don't say it a lot, but I love you so much, my father. Ayun, this has been Michael Acuna, and this has been the Microphone Club Radio Show. Peace!
Ito ang DZRJ 810 AM A-Try Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Makinig, makikanta at makijam kasama ang nag-iisang Percy Lapid. Muling balikan